check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Hey guys, it's Bri, and today I'm going to be doing a video about how to keep your hair healthy after it's bleached. I have highlights in my hair, and I have had highlights in my hair multiple times. I bleached my hair a lot in middle school when I were to dye it like with the highlights, and I have highlights right now, and I actually have to get them re-dyed again. I have to do that like next weekend or something. This video will help you guys with some tips on how to keep your hair healthy after it's bleached. So I'll show you guys how I kept my hair healthy after I bleached it. And I'm sorry if I'm talking funny. Like I said in my last video, I got a gum procedure done last Thursday, so I am still like a tiny bit in pain, but it makes me have like a lisp sort of thing when I talk, so it's kind of annoying right now. And yeah, anyways, let's get into the video. Yeah. Tip number 1 is to use any of the following oils for your hair: argan oil, olive oil, coconut oil, or even almond oil. And if you use at least one of these oils once a day, you will see a difference because it will not have that dry straw type look. It'll look more smooth, and it will take better care of your hair. I wish I had a recommendation with me. My sister actually has the oil that we use in her room, so I don't want to bother her, but I definitely recommend using one of those oils. Tip number 2 is to use a leave-in conditioner, which you can actually use a spray bottle one after you get out of the shower or before you brush your hair, or you can even use one in the shower, which is really cool. But I mainly use this one before I brush my hair, after I get out of the shower, and before I just brush my hair. Like, say if I'm taking a night shower and I'm going out somewhere that day, I will use this in the morning to brush out my hair. And this is really good so that you don't damage your hair when you're brushing it. For tip number 3, I did some research, and it is to please avoid using heat styling tools on your hair, or heat of any kind, or a hair dryer, a straightener, curler, any of those following things that involve heat. Please refrain from any of that because your hair is already being damaged with the bleach. So it's bad enough that it's already being damaged with that. So if you want to curl your hair, there are alternatives to how you can do hairstyles, curling your hair without having to use a curling iron. And there are other ways you can do it, but if you insist on using heat, I looked it up, and the recommended time to wait after you bleach your hair is 2 weeks so that your hair can settle in the bleach. Because if you bleach your hair one day and then the next day you curl it, your hair could get fried. So I do not recommend doing that. But if you really want to try using heat, you have to use it at least once or twice a week to get your hair ready and used to it again. I would not recommend going into the entire week, 7 days a week, curling your hair or blow drying your hair after the 2 weeks. Just slowly ease into it. That's what I would recommend. Tip number 4 is you have to brush your hair while it's wet. I know that's a bad thing if you want to grow out your hair, but if you want your hair to be healthy, you have to brush it out with either a wide tooth comb or with a wet brush, because when you have bleached hair, you're more prone to actually having more tangles and knots in your hair, which is gonna ruin your hair. Because one time I tried to brush out my hair while it was dry with the bleach, newly bleached and everything, and a whole clump of my hair came out. So you do not want that to happen. But I definitely recommend just either way. It's easier to brush through your hair when it's wet because, and it's a controversial topic, but because it will help you so you don't have to have it like get stuck in your hair from all the tangles. My hair is already wavy, so it's kind of hard to brush it when it's dry because it still hurts. Tip number 6 is do not wash your hair in hot water. You should wash it in lukewarm water, so like kind of coldish, but not freezing cold, because you don't want any further damage to your hair from the heat. Because any type of heat, I'm telling you, hot water, everything, could damage your hair even more, which since the bleach is already damaging your hair, if you put your hair under hot water, your hair is going to become so dry and like straw. And that's why a lot of people need to take care of their hair when they dye it. Tip number 7 is, this could be for bleached hair, it can be for colored hair, but I recommend using purple shampoo, which is a very good thing, and it will prevent the brassiness to the hair. So its major job is just to prevent the brassiness to your hair. And lastly, tip number 8 is, if you really insist on using heat, please, 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 please use heat protectant. You have to use heat protectant because the heat, like I said in every other tip, it can damage your hair even worse. And that's why a lot of people have trouble with just having really, really healthy hair. And my hair feels so smooth that you can't even tell that it was bleached because it doesn't feel like it. Some people, you can just see it right away that it was bleached. But please, I recommend the Tresemme Protectant. I recommend a lot. You're already damaging it with bleach. It's easier if you have blonde hair to dye your hair any color you want, but when you have dark hair like this, it is very hard to just go to a different color without bleaching it first. And that's all the tips and tricks I have for keeping your hair healthy after bleaching it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you guys next Wednesday with a new video. Bye guys. Mwah.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boy.
For something not sorry, apologize to nobody. Play like I'm invisible, going like you ain't saw me. Hair blower, or you can even use one. Hold on one second.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.